What if I told you that you could grow thriving crops season after season without using expensive fertilizers, synthetic pesticides, or advanced technology? That you could harvest rich, nutritious food while preserving the land for generations to come? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, for the Amish, this is just everyday life. For centuries, Amish farmers have cultivated their land using time-tested methods that defy conventional farming wisdom. While modern agriculture relies on chemicals and machinery, the Amish embrace nature, hard work, and simple techniques to grow some of the healthiest crops in the world. But what exactly are their secrets? And how can you apply them to your own garden or farm? Today, we're uncovering 15 powerful Amish gardening secrets that can change the way you grow food forever. Get ready to see farming in a whole new light. Fertilizers are one of the biggest expenses in modern farming, but Amish farmers don't rely on synthetic chemicals. Instead, they use composted manure from cows, horses, and chickens to naturally enrich their soil. This organic approach slowly releases essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, making the soil more fertile over time. Unlike chemical fertilizers, which can degrade soil health and cause harmful runoff, composted manure builds long-term soil richness. Plus, it boosts microbial activity, keeping the ground alive and resilient to pests and diseases. Imagine walking through fields nourished entirely by nature, with no harmful chemicals in sight. That's the power of Amish composting techniques. Most industrial farms plant the same crops year after year, draining the soil of its nutrients. But Amish farmers have mastered the art of crop rotation to keep their land productive naturally. By rotating crops like corn, soybeans, and clover, they ensure that the soil remains nutrient-rich. Corn depletes nitrogen, but soybeans restore it. Clover improves soil structure while preventing erosion. This method also confuses pests and disrupts their life cycles, reducing the need for pesticides. The result? Healthier soil, stronger plants, and a self-sustaining ecosystem that doesn't rely on synthetic inputs. Modern farms often use genetically modified GMO seeds designed for high yields, but these seeds require chemical fertilizers and pesticides to thrive. The Amish take a different approach. They save and plant heirloom seeds, varieties passed down through generations. These seeds naturally adapt to local soil and climate, making them more resilient to pests and diseases. They also provide superior taste, nutrition, and biodiversity compared to mass-produced commercial seeds. By growing heirloom crops, Amish farmers ensure food security, independence, and healthier harvests for future generations. Tilling is a common farming practice, but did you know it can actually harm the soil? Constant tilling breaks up natural soil structures, leading to erosion, moisture loss, and reduced microbial activity. That's why Amish farmers often practice no-till gardening. By leaving the soil undisturbed, they preserve its natural structure, retain moisture, and encourage beneficial microbes and earthworms to thrive. This results in healthier, more productive soil that doesn't require artificial boosters. Weeds and drought are two major farming challenges. Instead of using chemical herbicides and costly irrigation, the Amish rely on deep mulching. By covering the soil with layers of straw, hay, or wood chips, they suppress weeds, retain moisture, and enrich the soil as the mulch decomposes. This simple yet powerful technique helps crops survive dry spells and reduces the need for constant watering. Water is a precious resource, and the Amish don't waste a drop. They collect and store rainwater in barrels and underground cisterns to irrigate their crops naturally. Unlike tap water, which often contains chemicals, rainwater is pure and full of natural nutrients. This method also conserves groundwater and reduces reliance on municipal water systems. Instead of spraying chemical pesticides, the Amish use companion planting, beneficial insects, and homemade sprays to control pests. For example, planting basil near tomatoes can repel harmful bugs. Ladybugs and praying mantises feast on destructive insects, and garlic or chili pepper sprays act as natural pest deterrents without harming the environment. Certain plants grow better together. The Amish take full advantage of this by practicing companion planting. A great example is the Three Sisters method: corn, beans, and squash. Corn provides a structure for beans to climb. Beans fix nitrogen in the soil, and squash spreads across the ground, preventing weeds and retaining moisture. This method maximizes space, boosts plant health, and reduces the need for fertilizers and pesticides. After harvesting, most farms leave their fields bare. The Amish, however, plant cover crops like clover, rye, and alfalfa to protect and enrich the soil during the off-season. Cover crops prevent erosion, improve soil texture, and naturally restore nutrients, especially nitrogen. This eliminates the need for synthetic fertilizers and keeps the land fertile year after year. In the world of modern agriculture, reliance on bee colonies and artificial pollination techniques is the norm. However, the Amish have long perfected the art of hand pollination, ensuring their crops flourish regardless of environmental challenges. This technique is especially useful for plants like squash, melons, and cucumbers, where natural pollination might not always be reliable due to weather conditions or declining bee populations. Hand pollination requires patience, precision, and dedication. Farmers rise early in the morning when the flowers are fresh and open and manually transfer pollen from male flowers to female flowers using small brushes, cotton swabs, or even their fingers. By doing so, they guarantee a higher fruit set and more robust yields. This method is not just about increasing production. It's about maintaining control over the health and genetics of their crops. Unlike large-scale farms that depend on commercial pollination services, Amish farmers ensure each plant gets the attention it needs. This technique, passed down through generations, can increase melon yields by up to 30%. It's a labor-intensive approach, but for the Amish, every extra moment spent in the field is an investment in the sustainability of their land and food security. Instead of relying on synthetic fertilizers that can strip the soil of its nutrients over time, Amish farmers turn to a centuries-old practice: brewing fermented plant tea. This natural fertilizer is made by steeping nutrient-rich plants like comfrey, nettles, and dandelions in water for several weeks. As the plants break down, they release vital nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and trace minerals into the water. The resulting liquid is then diluted and applied directly to the soil or sprayed onto crops, giving plants an instant boost of nutrition. Fermented plant tea not only strengthens crops, but also improves soil microbiology, introducing beneficial bacteria and fungi that promote plant health naturally. This holistic approach to fertilization ensures that the land remains fertile and productive without depleting its resources or introducing harmful chemicals. For the Amish, it's not just about growing crops. It's about growing them in harmony with nature. Their methods create a thriving ecosystem where plants, microbes, and soil all work together, ensuring long-term sustainability and resilience against pests and diseases. In regions where cold winters can limit agricultural productivity, modern farmers rely on heated greenhouses and artificial climate control systems. The Amish, however, take a simpler yet highly effective approach using hoop houses and cold frames. These structures allow them to extend their growing season well beyond the traditional boundaries, providing fresh produce even in the colder months. Cold frames are small, insulated enclosures typically made from wood and covered with glass or plastic. By trapping heat from the sun, they create a microclimate that protects seedlings from frost and allows for early planting. Similarly, hoop houses, larger, tunnel-like structures covered with polyethylene, offer shelter for more extensive crop production during chilly months. These methods allow the Amish to maintain a steady food supply, ensuring that fresh vegetables and greens are available year-round. They also reduce reliance on grocery stores and external food sources, reinforcing the community's self-sufficiency. While high-tech solutions dominate modern farming, the Amish prove that simple, time-tested techniques can be just as effective, if not more so. In an era where high-powered machinery dominates agriculture, the Amish remain steadfast in their commitment to animal-powered farming. Instead of using heavy tractors that compact soil and rely on fossil fuels, they harness the strength of horses and mules to plow their fields. Animal-powered farming offers numerous benefits beyond just sustainability. Horses exert far less pressure on the soil compared to industrial tractors, preserving its structure and aeration. This allows plant roots to grow deeper and absorb nutrients more efficiently, leading to healthier crops and better yields. Additionally, the manure produced by these working animals naturally enriches the soil, creating a continuous cycle of fertility and growth. The Amish see their animals not just as tools, but as partners in their farming journey. By treating them with care and respect, they maintain an agricultural system that is not only productive, but also ethical and environmentally friendly. Weeds are a challenge for any farmer, but while modern agriculture relies on chemical herbicides to keep them at bay, the Amish take a different approach: hand weeding. Using nothing but their hands and traditional tools like scythes and hoes, they meticulously remove weeds without harming the surrounding crops or the soil. Hand weeding may be time-consuming, but it offers unparalleled benefits. Unlike chemical herbicides, which can leach into the soil and water supply, manual weeding ensures that no harmful substances enter the ecosystem. This practice also allows Amish farmers to maintain healthy soil structure, preventing erosion and preserving vital nutrients for future planting. Moreover, by inspecting their fields up close, Amish farmers develop a deep understanding of their crops and soil conditions. This hands-on approach enables them to detect early signs of pest infestations, nutrient deficiencies, or disease, allowing for timely interventions. While the world seeks quick fixes, the Amish embrace the slow, deliberate process of tending to their land with care and patience. Perhaps the most profound Amish farming secret is not a technique or a tool, it's the power of their community. Unlike many modern farmers who work independently, the Amish rely on a strong support network of family, friends, and neighbors. When planting season begins, entire communities come together to prepare fields, share seeds, and lend a helping hand. This communal approach ensures that farming knowledge is passed down through generations. Younger members learn from elders, preserving techniques that have been refined over centuries. This collective wisdom strengthens their agricultural practices and safeguards their way of life. Moreover, working together reduces reliance on outside labor and technology. Instead of competing for resources, Amish farmers share what they have, reinforcing a system built on cooperation rather than competition. Their philosophy isn't just about growing food, it's about growing together as a community, ensuring that both people and the land thrive for generations to come. The Amish have shown that it is possible to grow thriving crops without synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, or high-tech equipment. Their methods are not relics of the past, but powerful lessons in sustainability, resilience, and self-sufficiency. By prioritizing natural solutions, they have maintained fertile land, strong communities, and a way of life that respects the balance of nature. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,